and welcome to our garden in North Shropshire. My name is Jenny and I live here with my husband Alistair, my daughter Olivia, my son Joshua and of course Murphy the dog. We've lived here for 10 years and during that time we have created the garden that you see here today. We have about an acre of land in total, but when we moved in there was no garden to speak of and it mostly consisted of a field full of weeds. Alistair and I have no design or horticultural background and with hindsight taking on a garden of this size was probably completely mad. But we were full of lots of energy and enthusiasm and we had no concept of the work that would be involved, which is probably just as well. We certainly had no grand plan, but rather bounced ideas off one another, tackling small areas at a time. We soon realised that for the garden to work, it should reflect the Georgian architecture of the house, and so we opted for a formal, symmetrical layout in a series of rooms. Our first priority in the garden was to create a vegetable patch so that we could grow food for the family. We cleared an area to the side of the house and over the years found that the area was too small for our vegetable growing ambitions and it didn't get enough sun. Last year we decided to relocate the veg patch to the top of the garden near to the greenhouse and the shed. The area was full of stones and so we all helped clear the site and applied lots of compost. Alistair built a picket fence using recycled wood. We're so excited to have such a large area in which to grow everything that we want and there is nothing more satisfying than eating a meal made from our own vegetables. This area has changed many times. We at first made narrow borders, but as we grew in confidence the borders got bigger. We put in a row of pleached hornbeam to add privacy from a neighbour's house, but this year we added another row to make this into a feature and create an avenue of trees. We cut out more grass to divide the area up into distinct zones and create a more intimate feel. The cottage-style planting has yet to mature and we still have more plans for the area, but we look forward to seeing what it will look like this summer. Inspired by pictures and magazines, I had a clear vision for this area. I remember drawing out the dimensions in the snow one winter. We bought some recycled cobble sets and set about building a parterre. Alistair learnt how to lay cobble sets, not an easy task, and we all helped with the grouting. I really wanted some obelisks, but they were too expensive to buy, as we needed 4, so through trial and error, Alistair made them. The area is planted with ballerina roses. I bought 4 small rose plants for each of the quadrants, which really wasn't enough to fill the area, so we've taken cuttings to create more plants for free. Olivia and I planted lots of tulips in the autumn and they have been lovely this spring. This area was hugely ambitious. Previously a field, we hired a turf cutter and mapped out the new borders and cut out the grass. We covered the borders with 5 tons of manure, a present for my birthday, and left it over winter to rot down and suppress the weeds. The borders were planted in the spring, but many of the new plants were eaten by rabbits. We've had to rabbit-proof the garden and I hope that the planting will look better this year. The sunken garden has 4 Portuguese laurel trees and consists mostly of a green and white colour palette, with grasses to add movement. This gives the area a calm, cool, tranquil feel. We made a woodland path using some sandstones that we find in the garden. We have removed several conifers and added silver birch trees, making the area lighter and allowing woodland plants to flourish. We've made many mistakes along the way and most areas have changed 2, 3 or even 4 times. Grandparents can't believe when they visit that trees or even entire hedges have been relocated. The garden is always evolving to improve the design or to better meet the needs of the family as they grow. What I love most about the garden is the way in which it has brought us together as a family. We have each developed new skills. Josh enjoys filming the development of our garden as it evolves. And I'm so thrilled that Olivia wants to pursue a career in horticulture and design.
I love gardening and I find it a good way to relax and get away from schoolwork. I've got a job at a nursery which I'm really enjoying and I have learnt lots of new skills.
We have so many plans for the garden, but this strange time has forced us to stop and reflect on what we have achieved so far. We usually have such busy lives, with school and full-time jobs, but this period has given us the time to notice the little changes that occur with each passing day as the garden enters into spring, seeing the birds build nests in trees and hedges that we planted, hearing the hum of the bees amongst our flower borders and witnessing tadpoles emerge from frog spawn in the pond that we built as a family is immensely rewarding and humbling. We feel so proud of our garden and are so lucky we have this wonderful sanctuary to enjoy during this difficult period. It certainly seems all our hard work has paid off, and I hope you have enjoyed this brief tour of our garden too.